The martyrs are the biggest people who actually make the revolutionary movement, the nationalist movement in any country successful. So, when we talk about the role of women in the nationalist movement, it is almost same as talking of Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi in India and Zeenat Mahal and so many other unsung warriors and the martyrs about whom we do not even know, and they fought in their own small and big ways to actually overthrow the British domination. The role of women in the nationalist movement of Vietnam was that they actually joined the active battlefield and they also supplied whatever was required and they constructed whatever was required in the warfare. Such was the great achievement of these women heroines. Here we see that first of all, when the casualty increased in the battlefront, that is, when the men died in huge number and there was a scarcity of warriors in the battlefront, the women, the Vietnamese women, joined the warfare and resorted to open fighting. They actually came to the forefront. Then most of the women did other jobs like nursing the wounded and constructing tunnels. Ho Chi Minh Trail, you've already seen the contribution of the women in the Ho Chi Minh Trail. They acted as porters, carried supplies to the battlefront, and whenever US bombarded it, they immediately rebuilt it. The women also played another big role which was remarkable, and that was the women militia used to shot down planes, the US planes, and it is said that a lady named Gun Thi Yun shot a jet by just 20 bullets. That was the biggest achievement that the women could have done, who'd never picked up arms and weapons in their hand, actually shot down the planes and jets of the mightiest army of the world. Now the picture that we draw of the women warriors of Vietnam is that they carried rifles in one hand and hammer in the other. What does it signify? Rifle to shoot the enemy, to actually fight in the battlefront. Hammer for construction, for constructing tunnels or for rebuilding the Ho Chi Minh Trail. So they had double work to perform, to kill the enemy and to construct the roads and the tunnels. Such were the great achievements of the women warriors of Vietnam. You see, whenever a thing has to be made successful, the role and the part played by the women is very, very important. An active woman can actually create lots of things, and an angry woman can destroy a nation. The Trung sisters were such great warriors that they fought against the Chinese domination with all the vigor and courage. They were glorified by the Vietnamese in the form of paintings and novels. They successfully fought against the Chinese for more than 2 years with a force of almost 30,000. It is said that they actually lay down their life for the Vietnamese. When they were being overpowered, that is when they were defeated by the Chinese army, they committed suicide. And that was the end of the Trunk sisters, who did not want to fall into the hands of the enemy and better thought that they should commit suicide. Can I quote the example of Kalpana Dutt in the Indian history that we have? Moving on to Tren Yu. About Tren Yu, you must know that she was orphaned, that she lost her parents in childhood and used to live with her brother. When she grew up, she went to the jungle and started living there. She organized an army and resisted the Chinese rule again with great courage. Same as with the Trunk sisters, when she was defeated or when her army was crushed, she drowned herself. Again that feeling, it's better to die than to fall in the hands of the enemy. Such were the great women warriors and rebels of the Vietnamese, who laid down their lives, who worked hard in order to achieve independence for Vietnam. Whether it was constructing tunnels or working as porters on Ho Chi Minh Trail, or whether it was accumulating army, or whether it was actually shooting the plane or the jet, all these wonderful works were done by the women warriors for their country, for the spirit of nationalism, for the love that they had for the motherland. And I continue with it in the next clipping.